¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Espero que estén súper. En este video les quiero presentar a una chica muy especial y es que le voy a dar a Ana la sorpresa de cómo se va a llamar la niña. Hola otra vez, chicos, pues ya estoy aquí con Sufana, ella es de Sri Lanka y por propósitos de comunicación vamos a hablar en inglés. So let's start with this. Sufana, I want you to tell the audience a little bit more about you.
Actually, an artist in general. I do many kinds of art, henna, and I paint murals, I paint walls, I do canvas art, I even make candles.
Wow.
But this is more like my hobbies and like more on my artistic side.
Henna designs, they are different depending on the area.
Definitely, because henna is actually originated or used in a lot of different countries, ranging from Arabian countries and also very popular in the Asian countries, South Asian countries like India, Sri Lanka, and Pakistan. These countries, it's a very big part of our culture, Islamic culture as well. Three types of designs that are very popular, which is the Indian designs and Pakistani. Then there's the Arabic, which is called the Khaliji designs. Khaliji, yes.
Okay.
And you have the Moroccan designs.
Moroccan.
So these three are very kind of like common and popular, and it's more well known,
Okay.
So
what is the one that you did on me?
This is an Indian design that I did.
Indian design.
Yes. So it's more like mango shaped, flowers, these kind of things. But Arabic designs have big flowers, big leaves, a lot of curly stuff, that kind of stuff. And Moroccan designs are very geometrical.
Okay.
There's lines and straight lines, very neat, squares, triangles, these kind of things.
Why people like this kind of art?
One of the main reasons is because it's temporary, so you can do many different types of designs. It's not like a permanent tattoo.
Okay.
You're stuck with one design, right? And it's very deep part of many cultures, especially weddings, birthdays, festivals.
For celebration.
For celebration, exactly. The original reasons for why people started using henna was for medicinal purposes, for perfumes, for just designing. People even used to use henna on paper, right?
To
write, and even to stain cloth.
Okay, like dyeing
prints. Exactly.
Okay.
So because it is a plant that releases a dye, so it can be used in many different forms. Over time, it became mostly for body adornment.
Henna, it's a plant.
Yes.
Okay, and then you get the dyes from that plant.
Yes.
And you mix it with something else to
Yes.
get the paint that you
exactly.
actually use for the tattoo.
Yes, definitely.
And there are different types, or it's all the same?
There are different regions where these plants grow. So they usually grow in regions that are very dry, not so humid, not a lot of water, So that's why it's very common amongst like Middle Eastern areas and certain European countries, So that's why it's more famous in those kind of places. And obviously now it's all around the world,
Yeah. I've been seeing this in a lot of accounts on Instagram.
Yes.
From the United States.
It's
They love
famous.
all these kind of like photo shootings where,
Definitely.
especially now, like in this
Yes.
pregnant stage, they like to do all these decorations.
Right, definitely. There are obviously some traditions also. There are some belief systems, some traditions or some cultures believe, like for example, I don't know how far this is true, but some people believe it, where they say that if you have a strong stain or a dark stain, it means your marriage will be very good. So it shows that the strength of your marriage is.
So you can put like a
Yeah.
full body tattoo.
Yeah, so these are like the different things, but we know that at least people who study about henna, we know that different skin types take up henna in different ways. It depends on your skin type, not your skin color.
Okay.
Right.
That if it's like thin or thick.
Exactly. So like places like your palms,
The
the soles of your
areas.
feet, the areas where it's much more rough, the skin that takes up more dye. Whereas smooth skin, like especially on other parts of the body, other than the hands, they don't catch the stain as much as.
What is the part that lasts longer?
the hands, the palms.
Palms. Oh, really?
Yeah, not even the front.
I would have thought the opposite.
No.
Like it's gonna last longer on the
No, it's
on
the
this
palms.
side.
The palms will have a stronger stain, therefore a longer stain. So it all depends on what you do with it.
I have always thought like, come on, like your hands are always sweating.
Yeah.
It's not gonna last. Yeah.
No, but this is the part where the most amount of skin cells get removed, you know. So that recycling of skin cells makes the skin very tough in the hands as opposed to this side. So if you notice that if you touch, this hand is more sensitive than the inside part of your hand. So it's like that, you can tell from different. There is a body map, you know, different places. So usually the palms, the feet, these you will get a stronger stain, a darker stain.
The plants of the feet.
Yes,
It's gonna last long too.
definitely.
Okay. What is the parts that they last the less?
I would say like chest area, stomach area, back.
So my belly's not gonna last.
I
long
hope
time.
so. It also depends on the type of henna. So
Okay.
if the henna is made well, then definitely it will last longer.
I wish that
It
this
will,
can,
it will, it
can
will.
remain
Inshallah.
until like the
It's-
baby is here.
Definitely. I will try to see whether it lasts that long if you have the baby soon.
Looks like, yeah. It might be here in like a week.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yes, if it's in a week, then yeah, you will still have it.
And if people wants to remove the henna, is there a way to remove the tattoo, or they just need to wait for the tattoo
The
to go
best
away?
is to wait. What you can do to help it along is maybe scrub the skin with an exfoliator, but not
Okay.
all the time, of course. It's not
Okay.
good for the skin itself. But there's a natural shedding. The skin naturally sheds the top layers, right? So that to help that along, you can like soak it a little bit more, maybe like use a scrub a little bit more, something like
What
that.
if you take long baths?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it gonna go away, or it doesn't matter? The
It
water
does.
affects.
Yeah, water definitely affects. So actually, after you remove your henna, the stain needs to be exposed to air so that it oxidizes.
Okay.
This oxidation and exposure to air is what makes the stain darker.
Mm.
So you will notice once you take off the henna, it will be a bit light, but give it another 12 hours and it will become darker, and within 24 hours you will have the darker stain that your skin can have.
So 48 hours you have
48
to
hours.
wait.
Yes, it will become darker with time, but you will have the darkest stain after 24 to 48 between these times, you know. So yeah, so if in this time you expose it to water, you wash yourself, you take a long bath, the stain will not last more than maybe two or 3 days, you know.
Okay.
So, and they say also for the first 12 hours try not to wash it at all. So
Consider that I took a shower.
yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very interesting everything about this henna.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything. I was completely like blind about
Right.
this topic. What I know is like, well, I'm from Mexico, like
Yeah.
really far from here,
Yes.
and we used to go to the
Mhm.
beach, and then they have there's these people that they offer you henna tattoos.
Yes.
And they last for like 7 days or something like that. I remember I did it once.
Yeah.
My parents got mad at me because this is still a tattoo. And
Yes.
here people see it like as a very normal thing.
Yes, it's definitely.
And even for kids.
Yeah.
But there, I don't know, like things are changing. But back then, my parents were like, no, that's for
Yeah.
people that they are in jail, they are bad, they are criminals and things. And when I came here the first time, and I saw like my nephews, they were getting, and the mom was applying the tattoos on them. I was surprised.
Right.
And when you asked me about this,
Yeah.
like if I knew about these pregnancy tattoos, I was like, I have never seen that. And I started seeing the pictures online.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised.
Yeah.
And for example, like I want you to tell us,
Yeah.
how long do you usually take when you do hands? How long do you usually take to do bellies or small designs?
Yeah. It again depends on how much practice you've had, right?
Okay.
So if you're, there are obviously people who work very fast. There are people who take their time. I'm kind of in the middle, you know. I'm not too fast, I'm not too slow. But normally for brides, like for weddings and stuff like that, they generally get up to the elbow on both hands, you know. So right now I can do it in about 4 hours. So like 1 hour for one side. But my first time, the first bride that I did, it took me 8 hours.
Poor bride.
She was getting it for free, so she didn't
Okay.
complain.
Well, she ended up with no arms, so that's fine.
She did it till here. It took
Okay.
almost 8 hours to do the whole thing. So many of my clients, they fall asleep, in between when I'm putting the henna.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, they
be
just
laying down.
yeah, they just lie down, and I said, okay, you sleep. It's okay, I will do it. So yeah, it takes about like if it was a small design, like say to here, like in the front part, we take about maybe 15-20 minutes.
Okay.
Depending on the complexity. It looks like something that's pretty easy and pretty normal, but the henna artist, it's very physically, takes up a lot of energy, like you have back pains because you're bending over.
Yeah, it's not like painting on something
Yes.
that you already set up, like a canvas. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's people, at the end of the day, they get tired, they want to move, they start, they talk and they, like move around.
The baby inside moves.
Yes, exactly. But that was interesting. That was fine. It was like one of my first few encounters of that,
It's really heavy. I feel always like I have a worm.
Yeah.
This one's a huge worm.
I think henna is just something that it's a way for you to just explore your creativity,
And express something.
Express something.
And put something that you want to
Exactly,
share.
exactly.
As a tattoo.
Exactly. And I think there's something beautiful about adorning your skin with these designs. So with henna, you can change it anytime you want. You can try new ones. And there are plenty of henna artists here in Saudi currently.
What about Sri Lankans?
Sri Lankans, I don't know many of them, but most of the ones that I do know are Indians and Pakistanis. And actually the henna that I use as well, and the henna that I used on you as well, is
We have it somewhere.
yeah, is the one. So she's also an Indian henna artist. She's a henna artist, but she also makes henna. She's called Subs Henna Corner on Instagram. You can even tag her in as well and stuff like that. So her work her products are amazing. Like I used to make henna, but I used to buy from her as well. If I really wanted like good stuff.
She makes her own henna.
She makes her own henna. Yeah, so she gets her powder outsourced, and she gets all the other materials from here as well. Yeah.
So if you want it,
Yeah.
you can be able to do your own henna.
Yeah, you can.
Is it a difficult process to make your own paint?
Oh my god, it's so time consuming. Oh my god, because it's messy. One thing, I don't know how like a lot of we do it only seasonally. I make henna only seasonally, but like people who do it all around the year, you have to keep it frozen. You have to make it fast. You have to you can't just keep the henna out because the henna powder, once it is mixed with water and the other oils and things like that, it activates it. Okay, so
this package that you brought, it was powder, and then you added water.
Yes, water and essential oils, and.
But this one came already with the oils, but you added.
Yeah,
the oils.
no. It comes all together at once.
Like
it comes.
It was frozen.
It was frozen. Yes.
Okay.
So it should be kept frozen because once the henna powder starts releasing the dye, it will only release dye to a certain time. Beyond that, it will release everything and there won't be any henna dye.
So if there's leftovers like now,
yeah,
when you have these ones,
yes.
What are you gonna do with them? Can you put them back in the
Yes,
freezer?
you can. Obviously, if you keep that out for more than 2 days, then there's no point.
Okay. Okay, but there's like 2 or 3 hours.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's okay. Yeah, 4 or 5 hours. You can push it with 4 or 5 hours, but try to keep it, like now, for example, me keeping it on this table was a bad idea. I should have kept it in the fridge, But like it would work better. Obviously, fresh henna is the best, which is made like within the day before and things like that. But the process of making henna is very time consuming because you have to put it in the cones, you have to fold the cones, you have to weigh it. Each cone is like 30 grams, 40 grams.
And you have to
weigh it, then you can sell it at a certain price, yeah?
Okay, so where can we find you? Like if we want henna tattoo party, where can we find you?
You can actually find me on Instagram and on Facebook as well, but I use Instagram more on culture tattoo _henna art. Yes. like, subscribe, share, contact me, you know, all
Yeah.
that stuff. So definitely, yeah.
I would definitely recommend her. She's really good and she's very nice. And
I'm so glad.
yeah, I was really lucky.
Yeah, actually, it was a very lucky thing, right?
Yeah, we met by luck, and well, here we are having this little conversation for you guys to know more about this henna art.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Thank
Is
you
there
so
anything
much.
else that you want to share?
I think we've talked about pretty much everything. But like, yeah, just do reach out, get yourself hennaed. It's an awesome experience. It smells amazing.
Oh, you were gonna tell me. We forgot that part.
Yeah.
The how you take care of your tattoo.
Right. Yes, the aftercare. Yes.
Yeah.
So the henna also, it's not just about applying the henna. You have to make sure to take care of it after you put the henna. Yeah. So the first thing that you can do as soon as the henna paste starts drying on the skin, we make a mixture of sugar and lemon in water, make it like a syrup, and we apply it on top of the paste, the dry paste. This we do to make sure that not to let the henna paste fall off on its own.
Okay.
And we try to keep it on as long as possible.
And then also we did something else, like I
Yeah.
am showing already. Well, I'm gonna show you a part of the
Part
side.
of it, yeah.
Here we grab.
Yes. We wrapped it with plastic wrap so that we make sure that the henna paste stays on the skin for as long as possible.
Okay, guys. Well, I hope that you have learned something about henna. I think we learned a lot. Thank you, Sufana, for your
Thank you.
time. Thank you for coming, for doing this amazing
Thank you
art.
so much. It was really an honor to do it for you. You know, like you are so beautiful and just
Thank
looks
you.
amazing. And I think that it just suits you. And for the new baby,
It's a really cute design.
yeah.
And it has the name.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and
Real.
she was the one who put, like, this is official.
It's official now.
Yeah, I'm gonna put your Instagram and everywhere that we can contact you,
Yes.
and all people can contact you.
For sure.
And thank you so much again.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And
for
thank you
having me.
guys always being there and showing
Yes.
love and affection.
Yes.
Bye. Masalama.
Bye. Bye.